All right. It's still, what time is it? It's still April 5th. It's noon, 12:10 to be specific. Walking toward Albert Mountain right now. That'll be my rest point of the day. And pretty stoked. Have a good protein shake there, some coffee, and hot chocolate mixed all together. Tastes like a McFlurry yesterday, so I'm definitely going to duplicate that. And got my peanut butter in my shirt pocket along with my spoon. This might become my new thing because eating peanut butter is super easy and it's cheaper than a Cliff Bar and probably higher calorically. So I'm digging this. This is a good configuration. Anyway, yeah, I was starting to feel a little like run down for a bit, so I was like, I gotta eat something. I was gonna just wait and eat something when I got to Albert, but that was gonna be 5 hours of walking with no additional food since breakfast. Certainly was a wet morning, as you heard. And at this point, I've committed myself to walking to Franklin today. I think I'll get to Winding Stair Gap around 5 or 6. After taking about a 20-minute break at Albert. It'll be another 3 hours from there. So I need to be amped up and good to go after that little break there. And then my parents will come swoop me up and we can have a dinner. I can do a resupply, get cleaned up a little bit, get dried off. And yeah, all will be well. I think I'll probably get to Winding Stair Gap after the crowds of people, so I won't have to awkwardly be like, sorry I can't give you a ride, because I know my dad's going to be freaking out about me just being there. Plus he'll probably have his truck. I don't know. We'll see what happens. In any case, it's sort of a day ahead of schedule. Emily decided to walk to Franklin today because she is similarly meeting somebody, and she left early this morning. She was gone before I even woke up. And though I am a bit faster, I suppose, haven't seen her yet. And it's a 23-mile day today, so there's a chance I'll catch up with her eventually down the way. And in any case, it's some good motivation to press forward. Put a little bit of distance between me and Fleetfoot. I kind of hope that he finds a tramley that he likes, because I just don't think I'm going to be the right fit for him. I certainly don't mind at all seeing him at the end of the day, but I really want to hike alone. I don't want to be beholden to anyone else's shit. So yeah, it's got another hour or so until I get to Albert. That'll be nice. Reevaluate everything from there. Fuck. God damn these fucking short fucking branches. Motherfucker. So yeah, I'll have internet tonight, a shower, a bed, dryness, beer. Still can't really tell if I'm sick or if it's allergies, but in any case, I feel a lot better now than I did this morning when I first woke up. Had to blow my nose a lot. It's hard to blow your nose when you're wet, like to do it hygienically anyway. But it'll be nice to see my family, and it'll be the last cast off, saying goodbye, good luck, etc. Everything's worked out well to be here now. A little ahead of schedule. I was planning on doing this tomorrow. I do not remember if I already said that in the previous minutes. But in any case, I don't mind it. And in fact, I need to make the clip tonight for the Trex podcast, the expectations versus reality. And I don't really remember the details of the prompt. I know it's supposed to be 5 to 8 minutes, but so far this has really met all my expectations. It's difficult, definitely harder than cycling, and it took me a couple days to remember how to descend properly without putting so much weight on my ankles, but I think I've gotten that taken care of now. It's all about high cadence when you're descending. You gotta have short strides with your trekking poles and a high cadence. And then, I don't know, something about that helps me anyway. Listening to your mom's house. Switched over from music to podcast because I was feeling too out of it. What kind of cup is that? Is that like a fancy cup? No. I thought someone might have discarded their titanium mug. I was like, I'll take that for sure. In any case, it'll be nice. Starting on Saturday at Winding Steer. It'll be nice. I don't know what the weather's really supposed to be like. It doesn't really matter. Last night at camp, everyone in this particular tramily, they were all commiserating over what they wanted to do today, miles-wise and weather-wise, etc. And I just kept thinking, God damn, how many times can you ask about the rain? And how much is it going to rain? Is it going to rain hard? When's it going to stop? When's it going to come? How much again? When? From when to when? But how much though? To each their own. It certainly doesn't bother me, especially considering I have no part in it whatsoever. However, that is again the reason I don't want to be a part of any tramways or anything like that. Even just a duo. When I was out here with Benji, it was nice because I was R-worded and didn't have my pack optimally set up, so I'd have to ask him to give me my water whenever we'd stop. And typically, unless I had to pee, I let him set the pace, including the stops. So, I felt like a child to a degree initially when I was out here with him. So now I'm glad to return like a man. That's my goal anyway, isn't it? Adulthood, complete autonomy. I'm communicating so little with people who are not on the trail, having great conversations with people who are on the trail, but not really going out of my way to send messages or make posts. Obviously I'm recording these clips, which is basically my version of those things, of that desire, of that impulse. I like to record what I'm thinking, where I'm going, what I'm seeing in the moment. I was listening to a lot of the clips yesterday as I came into standing Indian shelter, and it was entertaining. I definitely enjoyed it. I don't know how interesting it is to other people, but for me it was fun to listen to it just because it was still so vivid. It's only been 6 days out here or so, or let me think, 30th, 31st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been 7 days out here. Is that right? 7 days? 30th, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, 7 days, huh? Fuck. It's the second time I'm getting an inkling of being oh, it's almost over. Damn it. It just started. Check back in 80 days from now. We'll see how that attitude's holding up. But yeah, this is quite a journey, and I feel I would hate to be vlogging this to make videos of all this, the setup and the editing. It's a fucking nightmare. Podcasting is so easy. I'm really just speaking into the ether, but I happen to have the appropriate bug net, to capture the words. Tonight will be probably soup and salad. My mom asked me what I wanted, and I don't want to overeat. I need to be careful. Get that Nazi concentration camp syndrome where I'm so happy to see an abundance of food that I overeat beyond my normal overeating, and then I'm just really uncomfortable. Got to be careful of that, so I'll keep eating this peanut butter so that my appetite isn't too crazy. Hunger is the best seasoning, as they say. Got a bit of a blowdown here. It does occur to me that podcasts don't actually provide much proof that you were a certain place. Ambient sounds, taking them into consideration, I'm sure you can probably hear my pack moving a little bit. If you listen really closely, perhaps you can feel the water, or you can hear the water dripping down. Listen. It's not currently raining. but a lot of the moisture is falling off the trees from the rain this morning. I'm pretty wet, but it's kind of limited to my extremities. Feet are soaked, arms are a little damp, but overall pretty dry. So someone had said the rain would stop sometime in the afternoon, but these people, I don't know how big their group was, maybe 9 people, maybe a little less, I'm not sure, but I mean, that's just so much. I don't know, you have to like kind of elect a king or a president. I kind of felt like I knew who the dominant person was. I could be wrong, but my sense of the group dynamics were that the guy who liked podcasts and was familiar with Joe Rogan, that he was sort of the alpha. Although, I don't know, a bunch of people left. I don't know. Maybe it's too soon. I think they've been out here for 9 days or something like that. So I don't know who or what or anything, really. I'm passing a lot of trash today, not really focused on picking that up. I had already kind of made peace with the fact that rainy days will probably necessitate sort of a grace period of not picking up trash. I just don't want to keep bending over and picking it up, especially considering I've got a lot of miles in front of me. When I get to Albert Mountain, that's mile 100. Okay, yeah, mile 100, and I started at 85.7. So for ease of mathematics, let's round that to 86. 4, 10. So that'll be 14, and then it'll be 9 miles from Albert to Winding Stair. So whatever time I end up getting to Albert, it'll be approximately 3 hours after that I get to Winding Stair. And yeah, that'll be cool. It is interesting how the group dynamics work. You know, I wish I could still see some people who I've already left behind. Leopard and Ozzy was cool, and other people who I've seen in the recent past. But at the same time, I need to put on my sternum strap. I'm starting to feel a little bit of fatigue in the back. But yeah, at each shelter, you know, you meet new people. And I did want to kind of talk about just, comparing this to a cross-country bike ride again. Like, I've talked to so many more people than I bet I would have in the entirety of that trip. Just because, like, I think, you know, when I biked to New York City, I went days without having, like, a proper conversation with someone. And it was fine, because, like, I was on a mission, obviously. Had a lot of riding to do. And I really only talked to that girl. I don't remember what her moniker was. But she was, like, crossing the country. I think she started, like, in Seattle and then went down to LA or something. And maybe she started in San Francisco and then went north to Seattle and then went east to Virginia. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But, like, that was, like, the only stranger that I encountered on the trip who was, like, a like-minded, kindred spirit. And out here, you see him every goddamn day. Again, I like to walk by myself, but I certainly pass people, and some people pass me, and, see them at the shelters later, or campsites, or whatever it might be. Catch up with people who you are familiar with. It's just fun. It's, like, so basic. Like, I don't know. It's anyone who's out here, the desire to be out here is such a interesting characteristic that it really can cut through a bunch of bullshit that would otherwise make you, like, not want to talk to somebody. So for what it's worth, it's a unifying factor. I feel pretty comfortable talking to anybody about anything, just going up to them and starting a conversation, if there's a natural reason to. So yeah, you hear the birds perhaps in the background. That to me is always an indication, meaning that the rain has passed. I'm definitely walking through some clouds right now, but when the birds come out, I just assume that means, who better than the birds to know that the rain is done. Not definitively, but at least for the moment, I don't have to worry about the need to put my hat back on or anything like that. Got my dishwashing gloves, which were great, in the wet this morning, and I used my umbrella to kind of pack up camp. Another blow down, stepping over. There is someone in front of me who I don't know. It's a girl with pretty long legs. She was going real fast, and I suppose I did myself a disservice waiting as long as I did. Oh, in fact, she's right in front of me right now. That's funny. Lol. Must have been something in the air. She stopped at the moment, maybe getting some food herself. I'll give this a sec, so while I pass her, don't want to be talking to myself. Ambient AT. Getting close. Alright, for now I guess I'll leave it there. On the way to Albert, and should be there in the next 57 minutes, more or less. So, bye for now. As I struggle to get inside of all this nonsense, to go back to listening to my other podcast. All right, bye.